Hello. Let us fly like a butterfly. All right. So we are going to do a past, present, and future with the Mystic Mondays. Okay. So the past, present, future is a 3-card pull that I really like to do. And I feel as if it's something that, especially with the new year, it would be good to see where you came from, where you are now, and where you're headed. So let's go ahead and do a past, present, future, and then we are going to pull a Moonology card. I hope you are wonderful today. Oh, perfect. Okay, so, and I'm going to keep them in the way that they fall in. So past is the world, and this was upright. Okay, and then I'm just simply going to flip. Present is the Queen of Swords in reverse. And then let's pull one more. We're going to take this card, and I'm just going to simply flip it for your future. We have 6 of Wands in reverse. Okay. Well, the world, Queen of Swords, 6 of Wands. So first off with the world, this is your past card. That's quite interesting with the world being your past card. The world is the world. It means everything. To me, I'm thinking this is something where you were able to, it was almost like everything was at your fingertips. And let me do dual here, because I see it both ways. It's everything in a positive way and everything in a negative way. So the world is at your fingertips. You did not have any trouble getting what you needed, what you wanted. You asked for it, in the world, the universe, your spirit guides, angels, God, whatever, it granted everything that you needed, and it was right there. And now it seems as if for other people who are possibly on the dual side, if the world was always just beating you down, always against you, always something. There was something that could happen that you would just think, what the heck? Why today? Why now? You could be having a really good morning and then something bad happens. You could be having a really good morning, afternoon, and then your night ends sucky. And it just seemed like every day something was occurring. And if you had a good day, you were waiting for the other shoe to drop the next day. And it would. So it seems as if there were things against you or there are things for you. So when I see the Queen of Wands moving on to the current, your current state, the Queen of Swords. So I just want to show you this picture here. The Queen of Swords, you see someone who has traversed past obstacles and mountains here, okay, and triumphant in a way, but now she's in reverse. Okay, so when I think of, and I'm going to keep using both dual situations, when I think of the person with the world always being against him, let's start there. Right now, you are still feeling the effects of everything that has happened in the past, and it's probably gotten you in this, and it's like I have to defend myself. Like there's this defensiveness that you will not be able to let go of. You've made it, right? You really beat a lot of odds, and you still are here. You're still alive. You're still pushing forward. Nevertheless, you still feel as if I have to be on guard. There's just this feeling of I have to maintain this fort around me. So it could be, I mean, in with swords can be a lot of cerebral energy, very in the head. So you might be a quick-witted person, very slick tongue, right? A tongue like a sword. You can be very quick with how you say things because it's I don't know where you're coming from. I don't know how you are receiving me and what you mean to say to me. So I'm going to be defensive so that you just won't hurt me. And that's understood if you've always just had things happen to you and you just felt like the world was against you. Everything in it, people, places, and things. And then for the person who has had everything at their fingertips, this is where you may feel as if you are going to experience some obstacles and have to be defensive because now you're not really going to receive just about everything that you want. For this individual, it's less of a defense. It's less of a defensiveness and more of an awareness. It's still a defense because your awareness is going to kind of put up a bit of a wall. Like, okay, hold on, I'm now noticing this because if everything was flowing so easily for you, you didn't have to really worry about it. It's like you're floating on a cloud, and now it's like, oh, it's not like that anymore. Now I have to really be aware of my surroundings. Now I have to pay attention and consider what's going on around me. Right? And that could be due to changing environments where you're like, I have no idea how these people are or what these people, what their motives are. So there's more of an awareness that you have to really tap into at this point. And I feel like that's where the reverse factor is. It's not as defensive. It's just a little bit more like, now my ears are up. Now my eyes are really wide open now. Things are still going to happen for you, but you now have to, it's almost like they'll come, but now you have to pay attention to what's coming to you. With the Six of Wands in reverse, if you were used to the world always being just a giver to you, and you asked and you received, the Six of Wands in reverse is showing, and you see this lady, she's being like just projected up by the wands. There's this growth reaching for the sun. You're just being pushed up to the light. There's going to be this feeling of, if you were used to people always uplifting you or kind of seeing you in this halo effect, there's going to be a little bit less of that. And there could be a few factors that might contribute to that. Maybe you are in a space where it's like you're getting a little bit older and there's an expectation of you to be more responsible and be more mature and on your own. There could be another child that's born and now everybody's attention is focused on this new individual that's being brought into the world. There could be possibly, maybe you are venturing out on your own. Like I said, changing environments, you're moving, whether you're moving within whatever country you live in or abroad or just to a different town or city, and you have to be responsible for yourself. It could be I'm just thinking of a bunch of different things. Even if you are married or in a relationship, maybe your partner or your spouse is leaving and now you have to kind of take care of things on your own. They probably left for work, or, something is calling them away to not be in the home. And they could have been the person that's like, again, giving you the world, where it's now you have to be aware of everything because it's just you. And now you are like, oh, gosh, I have to now do things on my own. And you don't have those people kind of look like, you are the apple of my eye, I'll do everything for you. You don't have that anymore. For the person who was just, again, the world was just not kind to you, and you are in this place of defensiveness, for the future with the Six of Wands in reverse, this is where I keep thinking villain arc, where you have already been in a space where you already know that you already feel as if I'm not even considered, or I'm not treated fairly, and I'm not treated right. The Six of Wands in reverse is like there is going to be a feeling of being isolated or further pushed away. And I feel as if this Six of Wands energy, just upright, you may isolate yourself towards people who actually consider you. You will not be someone who will be exalted, possibly, but you will be considered. But nevertheless, it's giving that you are moving away. And again, I keep thinking changing environments applies to both situations, where you are moving away from a space where you've been through so much and felt unfairly treated and mistreated and put down, and now you are defensive, to where you had to experience that to move towards a group of people, a community that will consider you. But don't go in that space and place thinking that you need to be the sun or the everything to these people, and they will just lift you up and be like, yay, they're here. But you still will get some of this energy. Again, it's in reverse. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means that the energy is a little bit lessened. And I feel like, don't go in there thinking that you need to be the chief, the king, or the queen. Just know that you have community. Okay? So let's pull a Moonology card. So today, and I misspoke on one of my previous videos about what moon we were in. So this Sunday, and if you're aware, I record and post at different times, so you might be like, today's not Sunday. I know, but as I'm recording this, it's Sunday. This Sunday is the Capricorn new moon, and this is one of the things where, again, I do feel with Capricorn energy, Capricorn is so intentional with their steps. It's the mountain goat, or the sea goat, because it does have a watery aspect to it with its steps, because it's climbing a mountain. And I feel as if this current state is, like I said, there's that awareness, there's that defensiveness, but there's still an intention in everything you're doing. You're aware, you're okay, I have to make sure that when I do this, I'm paying attention to what's over here, what's over there. And when you're defensive, you're intentional about the interactions. Well, I don't really know how you're receiving me or perceiving me. So when you say things, I'm defensive, but you're not spazzing out, because a queen got to this point because she's mastered this sword. So nevertheless, even though wherever you fall, whether you were always getting beat down or you always had what you needed, you're getting to a place where you're mastering this sword, this awareness, this defensiveness. So it's not just you popping off when you're defensive, and it's not just you being overly paranoid. You're aware, I'm paying attention to my surroundings, okay? I'm not jumping to conclusions all the time. I'm not just cussing people out when they said something that triggered me, okay? So there's that feeling of a Capricorn, very slow step, but the intention builds up the knowledge and the experience for you to continue to formulate your plan going forward. So we're going to pull one card. Let's do a few more shuffles to see if anything pops out. But if not, then I will go ahead and pull the top card, and let's do that now. Okay. Expect powerful change. This is the new moon eclipse. Okay. Eclipse, we know with moons, new moons, full moons, there's endings and beginnings that happen. Expect powerful change, I like to see. That feels very in alignment with, again, this queen energy. It feels very in alignment with that. Something where you, again, a queen is a mastering of something. You're going towards this really powerful position in your world and in your circumstances, whatever it is. And I really do like that for you. And once again, as I said, you don't expect to be heralded if you've always experienced misfortune from the world. And even more importantly, if you've always had everything given to you from the world, don't expect that will be lessened. But that queen energy is almost like you'll be able to sit comfortably in this energy in the future because, okay, I actually know how to take care of myself now. I don't really need, if you want to take care of me, great. I wouldn't mind that. I could take a rest. But if I felt like a rug was pulled from under me, I know how to take care of myself. I know how to soar. I know how to excel at whatever I'm doing. And so the same thing for the person who's experienced misfortune. You are going to have that energy from wherever you go. As again, it's a community, it's an environment. You will experience that feeling of being lifted up. It's just not you. It's almost like a sharing of that energy. Everybody isn't going to push that energy towards you. You're going to get some of the energy that's going around. And then you also participate in the sharing of that uplifting of whatever, You move to a new neighborhood and yeah, some things are happening, but I'm also experiencing good things now. Like it's just a completely different energy shift. Okay, that energy that I'm getting, I'll put it back out. That's also a form of sharing that energy. Okay? If this reading resonated with you, take it. If it did not, leave it. Push it back out into the universe. And if I did not say this in the beginning, let's fly like a butterfly, okay? And I will see you at the next reading. All right, bye-bye.